So you're thinking about relocating to a Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex and you've done your homework. And in your research, you've decided you want to live in a newer community, one that's a short drive to either Dallas or Fort Worth. And you really did a little soul searching and you realize that you don't want to be in the big cities. Yeah, sure, you go visit, but you're leaning more toward a suburban feel. And during your research, you've got a list that you've got to really narrow it down to maybe just a few. Well, here's a community I want you to make sure you add to your list, and that's Wildflower Ranch. Wildflower Ranch was opened in 2022, so that checks the box of being a newer community. In fact, you can still build your dream home in Wildflower Ranch. Now you're thinking to yourself, well, how large is this community? It's about 3,300 homes projected to be built in this community. Now, I know what you may be thinking, that's a lot of homes. Remember, you're in Texas. Everything is bigger and better here. So to us, a large planned community, we're talking 10,000 rooftops or more. So 3,300, that's still a bit manageable. In Wildflower Ranch, there are 7 builders who can build your dream home. And the families send their students to the award-winning Northwest ISD. And there are a lot of fun things to do right here in the community. But wait, you'll have to stick with me and I'll tell you all the things to do in and around Wildflower Ranch in just a bit. In this video, we're going to take a look at the different builders, how to choose your builders, and why now may be the best time to build your dream home. Are you ready? Two of the 7 builders may be described as offering a luxury home, Toll Brothers and William Ryan Homes. At this point, William Ryan doesn't have a model home for me to show you. They're just breaking ground, but I'm sure they won't disappoint. Toll Brothers, well, they're ready for you now. Toll Brothers offers 12 plans. You can choose from either their Select Collection or the Elite. Now let's take a look at the Pampa floor plan. Well, one of the first things you see when you open the door is your grand staircase, which is what other people will see when they come to visit. And a great spacious office, because if you have to office from home, you want to make sure it's spacious and nice. And near your office is a downstairs ensuite. Now this may be great for an older person who may have decided to come live with you or a guest, but fair warning, this space, this ensuite is so comfortable, your guests may never want to leave. Your main area, the heartbeat of the home, speaks for itself. You have a well-appointed kitchen with a sizable island, separate dining, and the comfortable yet elegant living space with beautiful ceiling beams. This is one of several living spaces in this home. And if you have to do laundry, well, this is a great space. And did you realize that the laundry rooms have become more and more popular? People actually place a lot of value in laundry spaces. Here in our Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, Toll Brothers has a stellar reputation for creating beautiful homes, beautiful luxury homes, and in Wildflower Ranch, they're offering affordable luxury. Your primary suite is a relaxing retreat, which is exactly what the doctor ordered after a long day, rest and relaxation. And what better way to do this than your hideaway space? Let's head upstairs to your huge loft that's surrounded by a bedroom and a second bedroom that's an ensuite. Remember, the first ensuite was downstairs near your office. And of course, as you would expect, your media room. Now let's take a look at another Toll Brother home that's part of the Elite series. This model home is the Delante floor plan. The Elite series is smaller than the Select collection, but although the square feet is smaller, there's no shortage in elegant details. Can you imagine closing the door and shutting out all the worries of the world in this relaxing primary suite? This space will make a great home office, or it could be another lounge area. Upstairs features a loft, a media room, and 2 other bedrooms and bath. Now let's take a look at the other builders in this community. The current phase is in a transitional stage. It's getting ready to close out, and they are beginning to open up a new phase. So this means that this could be one of the best times for you to snag one of these nice homes. And these builders, they can create you a beautiful dream home with a luxurious feel without the luxury price. Now let's take a look at Highland Homes. There's so much to be said about Highland Homes, and they offer 25 plans. And I'm pretty sure that you can create your dream home from 25 plans. If not, then maybe we need to have another conversation. But surely you have a lot of options with Highland Homes. Did you know that those soaring ceilings that people really love, you walk in the entryway and you go into the living space, you have those really tall ceilings? Those can be an upgrade with some builders. But with Highland Homes, you get those towering ceilings as a standard feature. Oh, and here's another really interesting thing that I think you will appreciate is that Highland Homes, like many of the builders, they go through a series of inspections. But one thing that Highland does is they pressurize the homes to check to make sure that there's no energy leaks. So when you're able to have a home that's tight and that button up where they're checking to make sure no energy escapes, well, that's going to have an impact on your energy bills. Highland will build you your dream home on either a 50 or 60-foot lot. And on their larger lots, in the newer phase, you may be able to pick a plan that allows you to have a 3-car garage. Now this home has 4 bedrooms, 4 baths, with a little more than 3,000 square feet and a 2-car garage. Well, let's take a quick break from our tour because I want to tell you a little bit more about building your home with Highland Homes. So I know whenever you decide on a community and you decide on your builder, there are a lot of things to consider other than how pretty the home is. Highland Homes has an impeccable reputation for taking care of their customers after the sale. They have consistently won the People Choice Award for serving our Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. Now, let's take a look at the rest of this home. Next on the tour, Bloomfield Homes. But before we do, I want to talk about the other thing that you're purchasing when you purchase a home, and that is the community. You want to know what is there to do in my community. Now that brings us to the features of Wildflower Ranch. In Wildflower Ranch, families send their students to Northwest ISD. And in the community, there is an elementary school, Heron Elementary School, slated to open for the school year 2024-2025. Here is the good news about Wildflower Ranch. It's only been open a couple of years, but right now they're getting ready to open the next phase. So this is a time that we need to go over to the community, talk to the builders, because here is the thing. When they're closing out a section, well, they have closeout deals. They're incentivized because they want to move the homes. And another thing, when they're closing it out, they're going to open a new one. So you might still get great deals over there, some good incentives, because they may have an introductory price for those phases, but each builder has their own incentives. So that's why we'll have to decide which builder you like and you want to build your home and what they may be currently offering as an incentive. And by incentives, some are offering $30,000, $40,000 toward design center, toward your closing costs. And on top of that, a very low fixed interest rate. So that's something to pay attention to, and that sounds like a reason for you to give me a call. Now for the not so fun part, taxes. In Wildflower Ranch, you have a very low tax rate, especially compared to other communities. And Wildflower Ranch is a new community, so it's going to be in a MUD, Municipal Utility District. And even with a MUD, that's a little increase, a little bump you're going to notice on your tax payment, the tax rate is still very low. Now let's talk about what there is to do in the community. Wildflower Ranch has some pretty impressive amenities, including resort-style lazy river, 3 engaging amenity centers, miles of trails, multiple playgrounds, outdoor events, sport practice fields, community pavilion, an event area. Oh, and they did not forget our 4-legged friend. They have an incredible dog park. Now back to the tour. Our next stop, Bloomfield Homes. Bloomfield Homes offers 20 floor plans ranging from 2,100 square feet to nearly 4,300 square feet. This is a really comfortable home with so many great details that you would expect in this community. Do me a favor, as we continue this tour, comment below and tell me what you like about this home. Is it the relaxing primary suite? Maybe the home office? Maybe you have found a must-have feature or space upstairs. I can't wait to hear. Well, there's a lot to be said about Bloomfield Homes here in this community. One thing is that they build on a 60-foot lot, and the lot sizes are pretty deep. Some are deep enough for you to create your own custom swimming pool, and at that size, you can have your pool, your vegetable garden, your playground, your playscape, almost anything you want. But let's continue the tour so you can enjoy all the beautiful features here in a Bloomfield home. Upstairs, you'll find a great retreat for the other people in your family. That's code for teenagers, children, whatever you got. I think we can all agree that if they have their space, you can have your peace of mind. How about this secluded upstairs ensuite? It's perfect for guests, but remember, we don't want to make them too comfortable. They'll never leave. Or maybe it's a great space for that oldest child who, for whatever reason, feels entitled or privileged to have such seclusion. Your house, your call. And of course, a nice media room. Well, by now, you're all in and you're committed to living your life in Wildflower Ranch. And why wouldn't you? There's so many great things to do inside the community. But you're thinking to yourself, Tracy, yes, I'm all in, but I don't know if my budget can stretch to $700,000, $600,000, even $500,000 from those builders that you showed earlier. Maybe you have a more modest budget. You're looking for something different, but you want to be in this community. Well, guess what? I have two more builders I want to introduce you to who can build your dream home on a much more affordable scale. These two builders can build your home in the upper $300,000 to around the $500,000 mark. But here's the good news. Remember, the builders are closing out one of the phases to open up a new phase. So this could be the perfect opportunity for you to move in, and you might be able to get a lot more than you thought, because if they're given huge incentives, then maybe you can get a huge break and move right on in to Wildflower Ranch. So in this portion of the video, we're gonna take a look at those two builders who can build you a nice home on a much more affordable basis. And I know you're not gonna live in your home forever. I mean, you're gonna actually lift the garage door, get in your car, leave out of the community. And you may be asking yourself, what is there to do around Wildflower Ranch? And we're gonna take a look at the fun things to do around the community. Next up, Brightland Homes. When we talk about value, it may not get any better than Brightland Homes here in Wildflower Ranch. By value, I mean the quality and great selection of options for the price. Brightland Homes offers 9 floor plans, and people enjoy the fact that they can have 2 appointments at the design center, which can reduce the stress of having to select all of your finishes during one meeting. This floor plan has approximately 3,000 square feet. Isn't this a relaxing primary suite? Most people don't find doing laundry fun at all. I mean, lugging around the heavy baskets. But the great thing about this floor plan, one of the best features is the convenience of the laundry room, which is connected to your primary suite. Just go through the closet and you're right there. Well, what better place to take a pause in our tour than the kitchen? Brightland Homes, you have 9 incredible floor plans, and we're talking value. So when you look at the prices of these homes and what you get for the price, I think you're going to be impressed. When we go upstairs, you're going to love that secluded ensuite. Now, back to our tour. Upstairs is a great loft with 2 bedrooms and a bath. And notice the split floor plan. On one side, you have the 2 bedrooms in the bath, but on the other side, there is a door that closes to give complete seclusion to a beautiful ensuite. Now, it's up to you to decide who's earned this degree of privilege and privacy. It's your home, your rules. And our last builder on the tour, one that comes in strong as maybe the most affordable, but yet can present you with a beautiful home, is Lennar. Let's see what they have to offer. Lennar will build you a nice inventory home from one of their 5 floor plans, the fewest number of options among all the builders here in Wildflower Ranch. Now, you won't have the design center experience, and you won't be able to deviate from the floor plan by adding different options. We're taking a pause in this tour so I can give you a little cheat sheet about Lennar, because sometimes it's hard to separate the different values of the different builders. So with Lennar, it's almost like a one-stop shop. Think of it that way. What you see is what you get. They do have several floor plans here, but you're not going to have all the options that you may have if you decide to build with someone else. But that helps Lennar keep the prices down. Now, let's check out the rest of this home. The simplicity in this selection is one way Lennar is able to keep the prices of their homes more affordable. But as you can see, you can still build a lovely home ranging from around 2,100 square feet up to a little more than 3,300 square feet. Now for the fun part, the things to do around the community of Wildflower Ranch is strategically located off of Highway 114 and very close to 170. So that's going to provide you with a lot of fun. I mean, you're right there in the hub of excitement, especially if you don't want to drive all the way to Dallas or Fort Worth. So let's talk more about what you're going to get to do and enjoy living in Wildflower Ranch. Well, once you get on 114, you are going to hit the jackpot of things to do. For one, there's Buc-ee's. And if you've never been to a Buc-ee's, you are missing out on the adult playground. You're going to see the bays and bays of gasoline pumps, and you're going to also walk through the door, and you will be utterly amazed at so much action going on inside. It's like being in an amusement park. They've got different types of nuts, candy nuts, roasted nuts. Then you have a plethora of fudge. Not that we need all of the fudge, but go ahead and sample at least a few of the options. And then you have barbecue, and in Texas, we're pretty particular about our barbecue, but Buc-ee would do okay. And then you have so many things that you can even shop in Buc-ee's. I mean, you can get houseware, things for the outside of your house. You're going to end up trapped inside of Buc-ee's because you're going to lose track of time. So if you've never been to a Buc-ee's, no worries. It's less than a 5-minute drive from your community. The other thing that you're going to enjoy, because it's right next to Buc-ee's, is Tanger Outlet Mall. And if you are a shopper, you're going to find plenty to do right there. But let's just say you didn't find what you want. You really didn't want to go to the outlet mall. You're looking for something a little different. Well, remember, your community is very convenient to Southlake. So Southlake, you will find more upscale shopping, a wonderful array of restaurants, nice restaurants, and things to explore and experience. And where you live, Wildflower Ranch, you're only a short drive to Roanoke, which is our unique food capital of Texas. And you're not very far from our other areas for you to go, enjoy, and explore. And right up the street from Buc-ee's and Tanger Outlet, if you feel the need for speed, then we have Texas Motor Speedway. And that is a fun thing to explore. You have to go at least once. And maybe you feel a little bit more adventurous. Then you're going to hop in your car, drive about an hour north on I-35 West. You're going to hit the border of Oklahoma. Once you cross over the border fairly quickly, you're going to see WinStar Casino. That's where you're going to see all the concerts, all of the things to do, including, well, actually going to the casino to play. Remember, what happens at the casino stays at the casino. And then when you get tired and exhausted from all that fun, head back home and you can explore so many other great places, because if you did go to Oklahoma, you notice some beautiful lakes that you can stop and enjoy on the way. Hi, I'm Tracy Sorrell with the DFW Life, and I help people just like you relocate to a Dallas-Fort Worth metroplex. And if you're thinking about building a home, you want a new community that's active, that's vibrant, and then there's not only something to do inside the community, there are a lot of things to do around the community, then I think Wildflower Ranch should not only be on your short list, it probably should be bumped up to number 1. Do me a favor, give me a call, comment below, reach out to me, email me. Let's schedule a time to visit one-on-one so we can determine which builder is the best one out here in Wildflower Ranch to help you create your memories and call home.